Okay, so just really quickly, you know how I mentioned I'm just like not that bullish, so my bearish setups are coming for me. Um, I want to short Tesla, honestly, to outside day. So we've made all these new highs. I can pull it up like this. Right, we've made all these new highs, come through all of this. Perfect. If I want to draw a 15 Browning formation, it could be something like that. Um, so we've done that, right? So now I want to go back to the other side of this range. So I really want to trade the 30s and 60s on Tesla just because it has had a strong morning. But ultimately, I can take this 122, especially if this flips red, a 15er back down and through. That's what I'm waiting on. Um, pardon me. That's what I could take. What I'm waiting on though is a 30 to wait. A 30's ending also at the same time. So a 15er, 122 15er to domino into a 2230 to continue my hour down, right? Also, subsequently, I still want to short SPY. I took it all the way up here, right? Um, and now I want to short it. Similar scenario. This was my final target, right? But ADR was really wasn't also a place that I drew my lines. So if I want to draw my 15er Browning formation, it would look something like this, right? So I want to come back to the other side of that range. And really, that range is crazy. So I want to see something like this. But everything has to be put in properly, right? So no need to try and jump the gun and rush it because we have this really interesting 5 going on, right? It could still pump back up to my final target. So I'm just going to be waiting for the short. If you're just trying to get every single trade, then yeah, take this 5er back up and through. We could go back up to that before we come down. Tesla did not put in a green 15er, but it's still the same setup. So I have my alert here. If it goes long, then it goes long. I don't know, just not bullish. AMD, you know, I was kind of timid about that crapper. Like, I just don't know if it's going to go. Meta. Let me put Meta on this one. I can't see if people are in the chat. I don't know how all this works. It's quite frustrating. But yeah, I got kicked out of Meta, but it's setting back up for more upside. And there's SPY, triggering that 5er. So 5er back up and through, top the Browning formation at least, is what you want to see. Yeah. The SPYs that I got kicked out of, that I mentioned on Robinhood. I got into also SPYs on my TOS that didn't kick me out, that I mentioned as well. They did like 500% of my TOS, and then of course in Robinhood I got kicked out, so I didn't see any of that profit. Very frustrating. And I said 500%. That's not right. It was like 460. So I want to keep it pretty honest here. So yeah, this is a beautiful 5 add and up. Those are the possibilities. Again with AMD, just talked about Meta, Google. Have to wait for the 60s on Google. All-time high is just changing every day in it. So wait for these, right? Google 60s. You have like half an hour, a little less than half an hour for that to happen if we want to take Google to outside day. If you don't want to wait for that, totally fine. You have a beautiful 30 going on here. Actually, let me put that in here. A couple of things. Google could outside day. Waiting on 30s. Yeah, PM session's going to be a lot better. Microsoft would need it to re-trigger this hour, right? Then we could trigger the 3-2 day. But again, this inside week, I really just want it to stay there, so it can be very strong next week. I talked about Meta. See. Interesting hour flip on Nvidia, though, right? Just don't see how that's going to really work out for it. But regardless, I came back to mention Tesla. The short possible setup. The possible short setup. I know this chart is crazy, but I need all my lines on it. And yeah, this is going as according to plan in terms of SPY. So maybe we just make another new high before I can short it. Totally fine. But I can confidently say that I'm looking to short it. 2 day off the highs. Even though the 9/11 thing, which I mentioned earlier, it's just so high. I was talking to Shanti and she was like, yeah. She told me that SPY was going up and I was like, I don't know, I'm pretty bearish. I don't know how she does it. But, yep,